your mind is the most powerful tool that you have. And if you're like most people, yeah, like probably 95% of the population, you are not even using it. You're not using your subconscious mind and the power it has. Look, you have limiting beliefs, negative thoughts, all day, every day, that literally run on autopilot. They run in the background. Limiting beliefs like that and all of your negative thoughts, basically all of your thoughts, they determine how your life is going to go, how your life is going to look like. They're basically keeping you stuck in the same place. And I know it sucks, okay, because obviously, if you're into self-development, maybe even spirituality, you are looking for a way out. You are looking for ways to improve your life. But most people do approach this the wrong way. They think they have to change something external of them and change up their routines and change up their habits. But, it's obviously important to do those things. But the most important thing that we always forget about is our thoughts, our limiting beliefs, what we believe about ourselves, what we believe about certain things in life, whether that's money, relationships. And we do not start there. Most people, they just start with those external things instead of doing the inner work. Because when you do the inner work, that's actually when you can unlock a new level of self, a new level of being. Because it all comes down to your self-image, guys. It's about how you behave. It's about your attitude. It's about how you think, what you say. And it's not about changing your external environment. You have to change yourself first in order for you to reach that full potential. And the good news is, no matter how old you are, no matter where you're at in life right now, you can always reprogram your subconscious mind. For some people, it might go really quick. For others, it might take some time, but each and every one of us is capable of doing it. You just need to find the right approach, because it all starts in your mind, and all you have to focus on is literally your thoughts, your inner conversations, the things that you say and the things that you do. But okay, first, you also have to recognize your limiting beliefs. Okay, what exactly is stopping you? What is stopping you from achieving whatever the fuck you want, from becoming the person that you want to be? That version of yourself with full potential, that version of you, basically your higher self, okay? Your higher self. That guy or that woman that is going after the things that she or he wants just gets everything the fuck they want. And they believe in themselves. They know that they are capable of having a healthy relationship. They know that they are worthy. They know that they're valued, that they're appreciated, that they're loved. They know that they deserve success. That version of you exists. Because if you can wish for that version to exist, then it does exist. You just need to basically bring them out, okay? You need to become them. And all of your limiting beliefs that you currently have, okay, that you have right now, they are controlling you. And you just need to take back that control. And you need to become that version of you that you actually want to be. Because do you want to stay the same person as you were last year, as you were the years before? No, because if you are going to stay that same version of you, nothing in your life is going to change. Like, seriously, nothing. Not one single thing. Because you are constantly going to repeat the same cycles. You are constantly going to attract the same people into your life. You are constantly going to basically feel this way, how you're feeling right now. And if this is something that you do not want, then you need to start with you. You need to start working on your self-image. You need to start seeing yourself differently, talking to yourself differently, and just behaving differently. Your attitude needs to change. In order for your life to change, you have to change. And I really like the quote that Dr. Joe Dispenza says quite often. Your personality creates your personal reality. And this is true. This is true. Like, I'm telling you, nothing in my life was ever fucking changing. Not until I started to work on me. Okay, I stopped focusing on all the other things, on everything else. And I simply just started putting that energy back into me. All that energy that I was wasting on other people, on just external things, chasing goals, whatever, okay? Chasing desires. No, I stopped all of that shit and I started to focus on me. And once I started doing this, once I started to change my actions, I started to change my inner conversations. I started to basically talk to myself like my highest version would talk of me or talk to me. I started seeing myself as the guy that I really wanted to become. And at some point, I started to become him. My actions started to align. It was easier for me. For example, the gym, okay? It was always hard for me to to stick to a healthy lifestyle. I was going to the gym. That was the easy part, but it was always difficult for me to eat right. But then I just sat down and I was just thinking, okay, if I want to become that guy with a good body, because I was really overweight at that time, then I need to change myself first. Okay, obviously I need to change my actions, but I also need to change the way I talk to myself about my limiting beliefs. So instead of saying that, oh man, this is too hard to eat healthy, to eat good, it's too hard. This was my belief, okay, because I loved junk food. Like, I'm still eating here and then junk food, okay? I, I'm still enjoying fast food and everything, but I'm just approaching this differently. Instead of beating myself up, I'm not doing that shit anymore. Okay, if I want to treat myself, I treat myself. But I basically just stopped saying that I can't do this to I can do this, to it is easy for me to eat healthy. It is easy for me to stick to a diet. It is easy for me to make better food choices. And once I started just repeating this to myself, suddenly my old beliefs were gone. And now, guys, it's fucking easy. It's easy. Like, when I eat something, I don't really even think much about it anymore. I'm just automatically already trying to eat healthier. I'm making better food choices and I'm enjoying it. I'm not sitting there like, oh, I would rather eat a fucking pizza right now. I would rather eat some McDonald's fries right now. No, I'm actually enjoying eating a salad, chicken, and rice. I love it. It just became who I am. But let me give you a warning here, okay? This is not going to happen overnight. I am already working on this new personality for about a year, but I am so glad that I started to do this inner work. I started to recognize my limiting beliefs and I started to simply flip them, like literally say the opposite. So even when I was buying something, I was always scared of not having enough money. I was basically my whole life broke. And at some point, I just looked at those limiting beliefs that I had. And I just started to say to myself as well, like, no, I have enough money. I can afford food. I can afford this. I can afford that. I'm actually really grateful for that. This is amazing. When I started doing this, money came as well from different sources to me, like sources where I didn't expect money to come from. Money just started to appear in my life. Every time I needed some more money, it would just come. And now I'm not really worried about that anymore. I'm not worried about when I spend money. Okay, I'm simply just trying to enjoy my life and I'm being grateful for it. I'm grateful for that I can afford certain things and that I can actually enjoy my life with my money. I'm not seeing money as something evil anymore. And this was a limiting belief of mine as well for a long time, because I thought that money is evil. But no, you can actually do so many good things with money as well. It's not evil at all. So do you get what I'm trying to say here to you? So you basically simply just have to recognize those limiting beliefs, guys. Just start working on them one by one, okay? Because it can become too much if you try to change too much. I just looked at my priority, okay? My priority was to get in shape. My priority was to feel better about myself. So I started working on that first. I started to become that version of me that loved to go to the gym, that loved to eat right and to eat healthy. I became that version because now it's just who I am. It is just who I am. Like even last time I was out with some friends, okay, and they all got like pizzas and burgers to eat in the restaurant, and I was the only one who ordered like a salad and a chicken, but I didn't mind it because I made that choice just kind of on autopilot. And I actually really enjoyed the food. I really enjoyed the food. I didn't crave a burger. I didn't crave a pizza. I actually enjoyed my salad and my chicken. I was really happy with my food. And this just showed to me that all those limiting beliefs that I started to reprogram and replace with some positive beliefs, that they now run on autopilot. And when they run on autopilot, it's fucking easy. It's fucking easy to be that version of you because you are already it. You are being it. You are living out that version of you that you actually want. So don't try to ignore your limiting beliefs, because this is something that I did my whole life and this shit doesn't work. Do not ignore them. Call them out, okay? Recognize them, become aware of them, and then change that motherfucker. Challenge them. Say, no, this is not my belief anymore, and replace it with something else. This is going to take some time, okay? This is going to take persistence. This is going to take consistency. But at some point, your mind will reprogram. It's like a computer program. You can override old beliefs with new beliefs. It's actually not that hard. It just takes some time. And most people, they do this maybe for a couple of days, maybe for a couple of weeks, even maybe months, and they don't see any changes, and then they give up and they say it doesn't work, that this is all bullshit and it doesn't work. But it's not. You're just not doing it long enough. You are not committed to it. You are not disciplined enough. You need to put in time into this. You need to constantly be aware of this, of your inner conversations. And when you do this consistently, okay, consistency is key for anything. Whether you're trying to get to your dream body, obviously it's not going to happen overnight. You're not gonna have a fucking six-pack overnight if you're at like 30% body fat. You know that this takes time. You know that this takes consistency. You have to show up every single day. And this is the exact same thing that you have to do for your limiting beliefs, okay, to basically override them. You have to show up every single day. You have to do this work every single day. There's no way around it, because if you want to change, then you have to commit to it. And a great method here is affirmations. Affirmations. You probably heard this before. I talked about this before, and this is something that has helped me a lot. And in the beginning, I did a lot of affirmations. Okay, I would literally stand in front of a mirror, look myself in the eyes, and tell myself that I'm hot, that I'm capable, that I'm loved, that I do have my dream body, that it's easy to achieve my dream body, that it's easy for me to go to the gym, that I'm healthy, I'm living a healthy lifestyle, and I'm enjoying it. Like I would say so many things to myself. And at first, yes, it felt weird. It felt weird. And I even recorded my affirmations in my own voice, okay? And then I was listening to that shit on repeat, throughout the day, throughout the night. At some point, it got less and less because I started to become that version of me. I started to reprogram those thoughts. And now I just like to listen to my affirmations while I'm sleeping, because that's maybe the easiest way for me. That's the easiest way for me. Instead of putting hours and hours of constant re- repetition of affirmations into my day, because at some point, yes, it got a little bit overwhelming, but I was really committed to it. And I'm glad that I was. Now I'm taking it a bit more easier because I kind of like found my method, which is listening to affirmations while I'm sleeping. For me, that's kind of the easiest and fastest way for me to reprogram my subconscious mind and some other limiting beliefs that I still have. But that shit is working. Other things that you can try are obviously meditation, hypnosis. For me, my number one method, and which I always recommend, are affirmations. Just simple statements that you want to believe about yourself, repeating them, listening to them, and it's not even that much work, especially when you just simply listen to them. And before you go to sleep, okay, if you choose to listen to affirmations throughout the night, what I recommend you is to get like an app, like the Parrot app or like ThinkUp. ThinkUp is my app that I use, my favorite app. And you can simply record your affirmations in your own voice. I feel like when you record them in your own voice, your subconscious mind believes them easier, because obviously they are in your own voice. When you go to sleep and you put on your affirmations, don't just drift off to sleep. Try and repeat them in your mind until you fall asleep. Because those, about 10 to 15 minutes before you go to sleep, and those 10 to 15 minutes when you wake up, is actually when your subconscious mind is open. That's when our brain waves are at that stage where our subconscious mind is basically functioning like a sponge. It's taken on everything. And one thing that I'm not doing anymore is, for example, being on social media right before I go to sleep, because I know how important that time is when you go to sleep. Whatever you feed your mind just right before you go to sleep, this is going to affect you. I'm not even watching TV anymore, like 30 minutes before I go to sleep. I'm trying to read a book, and then I turn on my affirmations and I simply start repeating them and I go to sleep. And I know so many people that always fall asleep with the TV on, and then they wonder why they are the way they are. Because you are constantly feeding your mind with so much bullshit information, and all of this simply just programs your mind. So whatever you're feeding your mind just right before you go to sleep and right after waking up, this is going to determine your life. This is going to determine your personality. So be aware of that as well. Look what you do right before you go to sleep and right after waking up. Are you someone who goes straight on their phone, checking social media, checking emails, whatever? Or are you actually taking the time to feed your mind with the right things? This can already help you tremendously when you just change this simple thing up. And it's not hard to stay away from your phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up or the last 30 minutes before you go to sleep. It's not that hard. Take a book, read something, listen to affirmations, start your day right, and end your day right. Alright, guys, I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one.